Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm John Alva. Monique appears to not regret her recent attack at Tyler Perry after she would post an open letter following Perry's eulogy at the late Angie Stone's funeral. On Monday, while speaking to fellow comedian Red Grant on his show, Red Grant in the Morning Show, Monique would directly explain why she felt it was necessary to call out Perry at that moment, despite many speaking out against her. According to Monique, Perry was being hypocritical, and that Angie Stone would stand for the same thing.
And you talked about that. What made you react like that?
Angie Stone was a warrior. And to watch that man up there be hypocritical over top of my sister, no, sir. If it was the other way around, I know my sister would have done the same damn thing. It's like what you will not do is be a wolf in sheep's clothing. And when people say he does such nice things for people, he does. But he gonna make sure you damn sure know about it.
A part of her response, she would also take a swipe at Perry for wearing a dress and would go on to say that his character Medea is a better person than he is.
Let me be clear, as I've always said, me and my husband love Tyler Perry as we love Oprah Winfrey. They're our brother and sister, or they may be our sisters, however you see it, okay? Because if he has on the dress, he's my sister. When he puts on the damn pants, he's my brother. But however, Medea is a far better human being than Tyler Perry.
Now, if you don't know, Angie Stone was laid to rest this month after a tragic and unexpected car accident in Montgomery. Her funeral was attended by many family and friends, including Perry, who took the opportunity to speak against the music industry that had mistreated Stone throughout her career. Now, interestingly enough, Perry's eulogy would inspire Monique to reflect on her own Hollywood experience with Perry, finding parallels between the way Angie Stone was treated by the music industry and how Perry had treated her. Over the last decade and a half, Monique has been extremely vocal about Perry and Oprah Winfrey, as she feels they had a hand in her industry blackballing, dating back to 2009. While in true Monique fashion, she would let her followers know exactly how she felt about Perry's speech and why she thought it was hypocritical. Taking to Instagram in what she called an open letter to Tyler Perry, signed by her and her husband Sidney Hicks, Monique's caption would read, "Open letter to Tyler Perry. We would like to give our heartfelt condolences to Angie Stone's family and friends. Sister Angie, we stand on the shoulders of the elders and ancestors like you, so please know that your fight inspired us to write this letter, and that the fight doesn't end with your passing, as it is only the beginning. Dear Tyler Perry, I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral, where you expressed frustration over her mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me and my husband Sidney as poignant, but also managed to reflect on some unsettling discrepancies in your actions towards me. You expressed anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you labeled me difficult to work with, despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same on me? We have audio of you admitting you were wrong." Monique would continue with a list of things she felt Tyler Perry was hypocritical of. Now, in response to her open letter, many would take issue that Monique would use Angie Stone's passing as a moment for her to speak about her own grievances. Users online would imply it wasn't the right time to address her situation with Perry, as he was delivering a eulogy. One user under Monique's open letter would write, "But this is about Angie Stone. At her homegoing, Mo. Wrong place and wrong time." To the previous user, she would go on the right, "Angie Stone and I are like so many other black women. Hashtag I am Angie Stone. Dedicated to all sisters before and until now, violated by the industry, and it's never going to be a convenient time for some to hear the truth." Another social media user would also take the time to come against Monique. "Did you think about her children when you wrote this? They just lost their mother. Don't use this occasion to air your issues. This is in poor taste. This looks bad. How are you different from those you are questioning? Death is not the time to throw stones. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. My prayers are with the family." Monique would go on to respond, "Should I wait until the moment has passed to speak up for not only my family, not only Angie Stone's family, but for every sister's family who has been violated by the business, especially when I know the man's name who violated me? Or would you prefer me to pass for me to have my moment of truth? I am taking notes from my sister Angie. She spoke up while she was here, and I am too. There were several other online users who felt the same way, as one would comment, "Monique, this is a funeral, have some decency. Not every moment is about you." Now, interesting enough, there were some online users who took the opposite approach and would back Monique on never backing down. One would go on to write, "Everyone tells her to let it go, but if you were in her shoes, could you honestly just let it go? Monique, I support and I wish you nothing but the best." So what do you guys think about Monique's relentless pursuit of Tyler Perry, even immediately after Angie Stone's funeral? Should Monique have waited? And how do you feel about her explanation to Red Grant on why she decided to make that the time to address Perry? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Plus, stay up to date for the latest news in comedy, culture, and sports by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media. Plus, do me a favor right now and head over to hypersclub.com, get you a digital membership so you can check out full interviews and original content. Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm John Abba.